Hi everyone, Dr. Cliff Faver here. And we talk a lot about exotics and some of the different animals. A lot of people want to play with some of the others. And we talk about all the time that the science and the principles apply across the board. So a lot of people will call us up and say, okay, I got a giraffe. What would I bathe it in? I've got an elephant. I got a horse. I got a guinea pig. What do I bathe that in? Well, we're going to go back to the basic science. We talk about, short, medium, and long, each having their different needs. And so if we understand that and look at the animal and the animal hair, then that will give us direction on what needs to be done. For example, Suzanne had a professional football player that owned a giraffe, and the groomer was trying to bathe it, wanted to know what to bathe. And she said, it's very greasy and almost stinky. So what do? She said, should I use Dawn on it? Should I use something harsh? Because absolutely not. A giraffe is a short hair. They're going to need more oils, whether it's the same 30% or not, I don't know exactly that, but they need those oils because they don't have hair. Those oils become protection. So if they had went in and stripped that, they actually probably would create a problem. Now, a giraffe's not an easy animal to bathe, so the last thing you want to be doing is doing weekly or bi-weekly therapies on that. That wouldn't be an easy undertaking. So prevention becomes very, very important. Or if you look at an elephant or a pig, they're basically hairless on that. So we're going to be working with the skin. So you wouldn't want to grab something like a caviar that's for the hair. We'd be looking at something more like a black passion or a lemon or a black cherry or something that's designed for the skin to add those oils back in there. We also have some animals like a horse. It's a little interesting because a horse actually has two different types of hair types. They have their body hair that's genetically predetermined on how far it grows out, but the mane and tail are continuously growing. So the body is short or is medium hair. The mane and tail is a long hair. And so we have to be aware of what type of hair that we're working with so that we can match the product to that. And horses, it's amazing what you can do with that. Hair growth on that, if you want a show horse, you use that hair growth on that and get a good hydration spray with a little pH in there. A lot of times you can grow mane and tail all day long. I actually had one client that we were working with that said he was able to put about 6 to 8 inches of hair within about a month and a half on the mane on his horse. So we can get some good hair growth, but the same principles apply. And that's true. We bathe chickens. You can do the birds. You just got to understand they need lots of oils on there to replace that. But we've done show cows, we've done goats, we just a whole gamut. That's what makes it fun a lot of times, is to be able to deal with some of these. But we have to go back to the science and follow the principles of what type of hair type so we know how to address the problem. So hope that helps. We'll see you next week.